Hello and welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon. We have almost reached week number 50 and the only boss for the second or medium tier which is left over is the cannon in the wield, the 18-pounder. And we are going to clear that. We still need more progress, and as you can see, the wield is currently only level 5, has currently only level 5 dungeons to offer. So it is time for one more antiquarian run for a nice, fresh ancestral trinket, which we're going to use. I am looking forward for that. Plus 50% bleed resist and plus 50% disease resist is really good because both of these could cause the character's death. As you know, going to death door itself is not a problem, but having a dot on you might as well be a problem, and bleed and disease are really the most common dots. So we're going to engage this dungeon, and as always, we're bringing more food with us because we don't have the strongest fighting setup. As we're going into the wield, I think we're going to be fine with 16 torches. Might be right about enough to go into there. So let's embark and get this going. As for our other parties, we do have 2 parties that are level 4, almost going to be level 5, and therefore in this highest tier. We are going to level these next, and I think it would be also a nice idea to get more party members to level 6 afterwards, so that we can kill all of the bosses on the highest difficulty. So we need to explore 90% of the rooms. The dungeon design is not optimal. I think we're going to take this left section first, to be honest. We can't do anything with the old tree. Yeah, we're going to take the left section. Oops. Left section first. And as always, I want to avoid some of the fights, to be honest, because this party does not sustain as well as other parties. We found ourselves a map, which is always great. There's a room battle with a curio here. That might be one of the few rooms that we're going to skip, because there's yet another battle prior to it, which means 2 battles for 1 curio. The room curio could be a buff to damage or a buff to defense, and whilst this is generally fine, it's not worth 2 battles. So far we have finished to explore 4 rooms without a single battle, which is pretty good. I like it. We're okay on torches. Oh, I should have seen that trap. That was suboptimal. Shouldn't have stepped into it. So 5th room is our first battle. And I mean, we're going to hoard some loot, so I am not particularly keen on holding on to the stock treats. But this enemy squad doesn't seem to be all too bad, so might as well just go with it for now. Let's kill one more dog and use the time to recover afterwards. Specifically, the stress needs to be healed. Okay, so we only got her left, which means now is a good time for a stress heal. Alright, so we got an anti-venom, which could be used to cure this Curio here. And we got a free last room. Might as well just explore that, because our target is 90% of the rooms. We got 6, which is pretty decent for just having one battle so far. So I'm going to go all the way down here and take the lower route. Will save me one battle, and we'll get this extra room here, which we would have, if we would go straight, we would need to go down anyways. So we're not going to waste any time, at least not significantly. Wait a second. Oh, that's the wrong setup. We want the Antiquarian to do it. Nice. So as I was saying, we got 6 rooms, 1 battle. Normally that after 6 rooms is when you can rest first time on a long mission. That 6 to 7 room mark. 7 is even better. 6 is probably the average. Since we haven't rested yet, we are ahead of the curve. We're coming out strong with 7 rooms there. Unfortunately, missed to disarm that trap. Antiquarian getting to that stage of 75 stress, where it might be a good idea to really rest. We used one of our shovels just for extra loot. Might be greedy, but I think we can pull it off. Wow, a lot of eating events triggered. So next up, I'd like to explore the north. We have one more encounter, and probably the room is also going to be an encounter. Unfortunately, we met stress enemies, which is really not what we could use now. We're at 85, and that might even break the camel's back. There we go. Resolve test. Yeah, we need to rest afterwards. So it's a difficult encounter. There's no reason not to take the Doc's Biscuit. Specifically get the stress monsters out of the way. Wow. Wow. Okay, we're going to go into a defensive position, hide behind our highwaymen. Damage-wise, we're okay. I just think stress-wise, that will not play out super well. I left her the kill just to get every single bit of healing, of stress healing. Even if it's just 3 from a kill. Of course. The one time when she's not defensively blocking, she takes another critical hit. Gosh, dang. So this guy's going to die next round, which means we can use all of our time to just quickly heal her up. And stress heal, of course. Okay. Yeah, as expected, yet another fight, but this time we are the ones ambushing. Definitely time for the second dog cookie. This guy has too much health to just burst him down real quick, so let's take the artillery first. She has enough hit points to survive a tree trump. And unfortunately we bring the artillery down to 1 HP. Very nice riposte there. Our party is okay in almost any position. The vessel in the first position is bad, so we're going to change that. In the second position, she can at least heal. Yep. That's the good old tree trump smackdown. Now it's time to kill this monstrosity. Wow, nice little crits here. Our highwayman is really carrying this this run. Okay, that would have been death door if it would have hit. This guy's at 12. So we're just switching. I am trying to maximize the healing, specifically the stress healing and the healing that we could get. Time for some resting. So we do not have mortality debuffs. Let's prevent the nightly ambush and increase our chance of ambushing. That's good. Let's also reduce the overall stress and give ourselves a minus stress penalty. I think we're going to give her the minus 50% stress buff. And yeah, that here is probably the best way to deal with it. Stress levels look fine again. She has a minus 10 stress. She should have more, because we have given her the self only minus 50 stress. But anyways, she will get a little bit less stress, and the rest of the party is fine. Okay. We'll continue our way. A higher chance to surprise others. That's great. Worked out perfect. We're, by the way, out of biscuits, so no more like combat buffs for us for difficult fights. This encounter was relatively easy. I don't think that we're going to have many problems with it. We'll maximize his riposte. And once we're down to one enemy, we can still stress heal a bit more. Well, we stress heal and she kind of gets mad and abuses everyone else, which sucks. Alright, he's almost down. Just topping off our highwayman real quick, and now we're killing him. Okay, so let's see. I mean, we do have a lot of keys. Still want to keep them for potential secret room. I think the Sapphire needs to go. And yeah, so one more room. Maybe we get a scouting out of it. Nope. Hopefully that's not a battle room. Would be nice for once to just go there and continue coming back without anything major happening. The highwayman is absolutely helping in this run. Unbelievable. So many crits from his side, a lot of nice hits. Yet another crit. He killed so many of the enemies that he's at 0 stress. Okay, 10 now, but he'll eventually get back to 0. Nope, we don't need the bleed resist. Well, so much for having no combat. Oh wow, we have a hateful Virago back here. Definitely going to target him first. Yet another stress enemy. Wow. He'll take a lot of damage over time. Need to be careful not to overload the highwaymen. The Virago has pretty decent health pool for someone in the back line. Plus a lot of unfun abilities. I mean, and a high dodging rate. Probably need to single target heal. And the Virago needs to die. Of course, he's one short of dying. That's the third time he dodges it. And he dodged another strike. Very unfortunate. The Necrocide fungus is somehow blocking our healing, so we need to kill it probably first. Let's try to stun it. We're eating a lot of stress damage here yet again. But that's really the consequence of having a lot of stupid enemies where you can decide either to ignore them and then it has consequences like you gain stress, or you focus them, but then the other enemies basically will do their thing. And this time we ignored her until the very end. And as a result, we got stressed out, like a lot. Yeah, in hindsight, probably should have not taken that room. Oh wow, holy moly. We're going to give up a shovel. A bit of gold. And a couple of busts. I mean, we really have a lot of these. If we can bring home that much loot, it'll be a worthwhile run. I'm thinking about moving all the way down here and then resting one more time. Oh my god. She fucked up that trap again. There's going to be one battle here, but it's only a normal encounter. We should be fine in taking it. Yeah, it's a smaller encounter, which means we might use this here to heal up and stabilize a bit. Okay, one of them down. Very good. I proactively try to remove as much stress as possible. So hit points wise, we are fine. Stress wise, we're not at all. Well, I think that's the best we can do for now. At least our group's being healed up again. Yeah, we need to leave the gold where it is. We'll find more loot eventually. I wish we would have scouted, because then I could have seen whether or not we should press on and move to the room. Since we haven't scouted, this is where we are going to camp. Nice little stress reduction, that was good. I like it. And she has a buff with minus 50 stress, which is probably the best we can do at the moment. So no more rests after this, and we still have a couple of rooms in front of you. That might be a closer call than I would have expected. We started out strong and really had a very, very good showing with going, I think, 8 rooms before even needing to rest. But the room up here really fucked us. That was a very difficult room, and yeah, we might have taken the wrong decisions, to be honest. A lot of it resolved around definitely killing the backline first, and yeah, the necro fungus stalled out even further, and so on and so forth. So at the end, we wasted a lot of actions. Damage-wise, we're fine. But I absolutely do not like what I'm seeing in front of us, because that's 2 fights right now just to go there. And we're not going to take the treasure room. I think that is going to be too dangerous for us. We're going to take the easy route to the south. I want to finish the dungeon, because finishing the dungeon would mean 15,000 additional gold. Lots of heirlooms. And an ancestral item. We're down to 1 torch. Let's see how fast we can kill the giant. 95% stun resist. We are at 140. That's 45%. Might as well use it, because why not? Nope. Didn't work out. Oh boy, come on. Still trying to stun that giant, but he keeps resisting or evading. Finally, the stun hits. Yeah, he has an increased stun resistance, so there's no need in trying. Okay, let's go. We're almost there. This guy is about to die. Got ourselves some extra food. That's not bad. Got ourselves an extra anti-venom, which is not bad either. Overall solid. We need to continue. I think 2 more rooms from now. We're down the last torch, so from now on it's only getting darker and darker. But fortune smiles upon us, it seems, because I can't see any more enemies. And this should be it. We passed the last little survival check with some spare food. 90% of the rooms. Done. Perfect. Yay! What is up, guys? Good job. I mean, it's quote-unquote only 28,000 gold pieces, but we got a lot of heirlooms. 28 scrolls is a lot. I think the 18 are on top of it. So deeds, that is. And yeah, very, very successful run. Resilient, good. Fear of unholy doesn't bother me all too much. Minus 10% stress, very good. Quick reflexes, good. But Eldritch Hater was better. Thin-blooded is not noticeable. Fine for me. I'll do some town upgrading, and then we're probably going to raid the last boss of the medium tier and get our parties to level 5, guys. So see you in a second.